Hey guys, I'm GreatGamer34 here. Today, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of an overview of my plots that I have. So if anybody's wondering on where to see my stuff, so if we do /pwarp great on the OR server, you'll be spawned here. And this is I'm getting a good amount of lag here because it's a word processor, and of course it's going to lag a little bit. There's a name there with a sigma instead of an E. So you guys have seen this on a video that I've made already. This is a CPU me and a guy we're working on. Never really got finished because it noticed some flaws and there's no need to fix it. Okay, chunks are disappearing. Yay. Okay. This here is a CPU diagram I was working on for pipelining. There's going to be a 4-stage pipeline. And fetch, decode, execute A, and write back. Those are the 4 stages. And this is the planned architecture for it right here, but never got around to doing it. So if we do pwarp great 2, brings you here. This is when I first joined OR and got a plot. We had this great idea to make a giant PC. So me and a couple other people started planning it out. And at that time I was still a complete nub. And yeah, so here are the people that were planning it out way back when. I should have changed my speed. Alright, so there's a single core CPU, GPU, the GPU would be made by LPG. It's a 32-bit computer, and then people were messing around on signs, but those are the people that were doing it. This is, as you can tell, a little old, because Patrick Wright was the founder of it. I was going to start work on a Simon game, never really got around to it. Over here is my rock, paper, scissors machine. Over here is some early stage CLEs that I was working on. Over here, Nathan Entweed wrote Scrub on my stuff. It's kind of funny. I thought I made an instant RCA over here, but it's not really instant. Over here I have a very terrible tic-tac-toe machine that I made as soon as I got on the server. The wind detection and everything's terrible with it, so I wouldn't suggest using that as a model to build anybody else's. This is the Bressenham's line drawing algorithm written out, and there's examples, and then it's graphed here. That's the endpoint, and that's the starting point, and how you make them connect. Hardware needed to actually build a Bressenham's line drawing algorithm, so I was setting up the system right here, but it's a pain in the butt. Over here is my tic-tac-toe AI, which is very compact compared to that other tic-tac-toe over there. Over here is just, a random number generator. For instance, you can clear the display straight to 0. I'm getting lag. I'm getting massive lag, but there we go. That can be displayed set to 0 and then or set to nothing, and you can generate a random number like that. And it works pretty simply. It's pretty synced. I like to have things synced, so here's another instant adder that I thought it was instant, but it wasn't. A lot of fails. Here's a compact insta-carry adder, even though I don't use pistons anymore. This is a CLE. No, this is a compare. A is greater than B, B is greater than A equals B. Up here is this tutorial CPU that I was making for YouTube that, never got finished because it got griefed and it was a lot of work to put back together, and I never really got onto it. Over here is Paint. Like you guys have a video on already. Over here is, what is this? This looks like, oh, yeah, that's the CPU. This is my, alright. What happened here is the CPU got griefed. This is the 8-bit one with the screen that can run up It could plot points from a y plus mx plus b equation. It got griefed, but before it got griefed, I had it saved as a schematic. So I tried doing a rollback on the grief, and this is what it left me. And then I just pasted in the schematic and fixed some things. And then here's the actual CPU. So if you want to do /warp scpu, brings you right here. Now if we do /pwarp great 3, brings us here. Here's one of my previous, my very beginner CPUs that I started making but never really finished because it was too bad. Here is a divider on the other side of it. So for instance, it's doing 2 divided by 8, and it got a quarter. I actually turn it on. So if you give it some time to think, it got a quarter. So 2 divided by 8 is a quarter because it's 1/4. It's 1/4. So this is one of the very most influential CPUs I've ever made, and it gave birth to the register design underneath the CLE. So this was two single read registers underneath the CLE, and then me and Darkroom started making dual read registers that fit underneath the CLE, and the Nuo ended up coming out with the most compact design for dual read registers that'll fit underneath the CLE. Back here is a calculator I think I put a video out on. Pretty standard. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, no division. I didn't have a sequential divider that I wanted to use. And then over here I have another, like an ASIC, application-specific integrated circuit, so it can't be programmed to do anything else but plot dots like that. But so this one is faster than my CPU being programmed to do that same thing. And then if I do /warp tttai, that brings you to the tic-tac-toe AI, which I showed you already. And then /warp tetris. Tetris isn't on my plot, it's at Shade Killer's plot. I'm getting some really slow internet right now. Give it a second to go. Yeah, so this is my tic-tac-toe. I released a video like yesterday on it. So now we're at the Tetris. Got a lot of work done on Tetris so far. Got the shapes, the ROM shapes, and so as you can see, these are all the different shapes for ROM that it could do. And this is the 0th rotation or the 360 rotation. It's the same thing. This is the 90, 270, or 90, 180, and then this is 270 right here. So those are all the rotations for those shapes. They're plugged in, and then they get shifted into the queue. They also, if you want to randomly generate a shape, you press this button, it generates it, and it'll give you the preview here before it goes through to here. So you can send the preview data all the way to this over here. So let's say you got the number, you got like the number 2 in the preview. It'd be bussed to this, which will then show you what shape is coming next, which happens to be that shape. And then we're going to hook up this screen to all those lamps, and it's going to have some more work, a little bit more work to do, and a lot of control logic left. And there's Tetris. So if there's anything else you want to see that I might have missed, or something you want like a tutorial on or something, just throw it out in the comments. Just let me know. I want to start releasing a lot of content now. So yeah.